semifinal to go here in Las Vegas in the Pac-12 Women's Basketball Tournament presented by Acura. There's just one spot left for the championship game Sunday, and it comes down to 2-seed USC and 3-seed UCLA as we take a look at the tournament bracket. Presented by Acura earlier tonight, top seed Stanford, they punched their ticket. They came back from being down 16, and they'll await the winner of this one between 2-seed USC and 3-seed UCLA. And hi everybody, so glad you can be with us. I'm Chris Blunt alongside the coach, Mary Murphy. And wow, Mary, this is a top 10 matchup. Incredible talent on the floor. It's like an Elite Eight game, and both of these teams, they have a tournament championship under their belt, but this is also a crosstown rivalry.
Yeah, this is a big time game. Know this, great basketball is back in Los Angeles, and this is the last women's basketball game on the Pac-12 network. So all I can say is buckle up. This is Pac-12 women's basketball.
It's going to be a good one. The best for last right here. And for you, UCLA, this is a team that knocked off Utah last night, thanks in part to Angela Dugalich.
Yeah, I mean, she has worked so hard to come back from injuries, so many years in rehab. And she had her moment last night, 17 points, 3 of 4 from distance. UCLA is more than just Lauren Betts inside. Dugalich, 3-level scorer. She's a member of the Serbian national team that will be playing in the Olympics. She gives them another dimension. Pick and pop, dive, she's got it all.
She was everywhere in the win last night, and then the Trojans have a game changer in Rhea Marshall.
Rhea Marshall, the 6'4" junior from Los Angeles. The coaches and the media didn't name her to the all-conference team, and she is playing with a chip on her shoulder. The big flex. 15 points, 15 rebounds last night. She has averaged a double-double the last 2 seasons. She has better decision-making a year ago. A finalist for Defensive Player of the Year in the country. Rhea Marshall, a difference maker for USC.
There is no doubt about it as we take a look at our starting lineup brought to you by Las Vegas for 2-seed USC. Kayla Padilla, the transfer, what an impact she's made with Juju Watkins, the top freshman out there. Caitlin Davis is in the other forward spot with Mackenzie Forbes and Rhea Marshall for Lindsey Gottlieb's team. And then on the other side for Corey Close, they'll start it off like this. London Jones at the point guard spot with Charisma Osborne as well as Kiki Rice. Angela Dugalich, big second half for her yesterday to go with Lauren Betts on the inside. Wow, did she take pressure off of Betts on the interior. Series history, Mary, you mentioned it. These teams have faced each other quite a bit. UCLA has taken the last 4 in a row. See what happens. They split things, though, on the regular season.
In front of sellout crowds at the Pauley Pavilion and at the Galen Center.
Oh, big-time sellout. You're right, over 13,000 at UCLA, over 10,000 at the Galen Center.
Boy, Betts gets it going from 15.
Yep, first points to the Bruins.
Boy, did she have a rugged game last night, matching up with Alyssa Peely from Utah.
She did, and helped D coming off on her, so she was happy to dish it off and find some others.
Juju Watkins.
And Juju down and kind of wincing.
Already.
She is slow to get up, and not the way you want to get it started. Tough start for USC.
Puts the ball on the floor, defended by Osborne, and you can see that left ankle roll a couple of times.
Boy, that's smart. She's going to hobble back to the athletic training room. Just a tough start. You don't want to see it, and hopefully she can get herself back quickly. So they bring in Taylor Bigby. She was a nice spark off the bench, player that has 11 starts on the season.
Great three-point shooter, can defend inside and out. Going to really rely on Forbes now to be a playmaker.
Yep, shot for Forbes, no good. Rice and Betts, the first to score here. That one, I thought it was a pass by Osborne, and it almost went in.
Padilla, great three-point shooter.
She has been phenomenal this season. The transfer from Penn, 4 transfers in, 3 of them from the Ivy League for USC, and she gets that little floater on the baseline to go.
Beautiful pass from Taylor Bigby.
Bigby from Las Vegas, probably happy to be home on the court right now, taking the place of Juju Watkins, tweaking the ankle. Hopefully we see her get herself back as soon as possible. Dugalich squares it up, high archer, too much. 17 points for Dugalich last night, 5 in the first half. She was big in the second as aggressive drive and a foul call.
Taylor Bigby reads the backdoor cut. Great job by Davis to seal off Dugalich and the floater from Padilla.
Foul on London Jones, her first, and it puts Bigby to the stripe, the redshirt sophomore, transferred from Oregon a couple seasons ago. But she's a two-time Nevada Gatorade Player of the Year and accepting a role, coming in off the bench. Played every game last year. Gets them both.
What a great start for Taylor Bigby to come in and just calm things down as Juju Watkins still in the locker room, and you lose so much without Juju. The second leading scorer in the country, 7 rebounds a game.
And just the length, and she's a scrappy defender, and she draws so much attention. It helps others to find openings.
Like 3 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, she does absolutely everything.
Yeah.
The National Freshman of the Year, an All-American athletic, 1 of 5.
Yeah. Betts trying to get a little closer. Marshall fighting her off, and that's a big shot by Betts to muscle it up. She's got 4.
She was as strong and focused last night against Peely as I've seen her all season. Didn't back down at 1 second.
Yeah, really kept her composure if the whistles didn't go her way. And she would just kick it out. Had a couple of steals, but 4 offensive rebounds. She was huge. How about Rhea Marshall extending outside?
Yeah, you just can't explain how focused and competitive Rhea Marshall is at this point in her junior season.
Boy, I love it. Two-time defensive team honorable mention. And then a takeaway. Padilla, active hands. Rice trying to stay with her. Misses, but the trail and finish. KD, Caitlin Davis puts it back.
Every coach in the world tells their team, just follow. They might miss it, and there it was for Davis. Great hustle.
And Rice was there trying to force it. She forced the miss, but couldn't stop the finish. Into the high post, Dugalich. Nowhere to go. Good defense by Davis, but able to get the little fader on the baseline.
Beautiful kiss off the backboard.
Dugalich, her first points of the game. It's just remarkable what UCLA's been able to do. Just a lot of adversity, not having Emily Bessoir to start the season, injured in the offseason.
Shot by Forbes.
Floater up, down to the court. Her first points of the game. Everybody getting into the action for USC, and now takeaway. Active hands.
And a great job by Marshall to get down the floor first so Betts can't establish her position.
Scrappy defense, creating opportunities. That one around and out for Forbes. Dugalich trying to run. Rice trying to push it up. Using the curl. Rice's shot no good. And a great sign. Juju Watkins ready to check in.
So Lindsay Gottlieb's blood pressure has now returned to her coaching normal.
There's Juju. Get that ankle taped up a little thicker.
Have to break that tape in.
Clarice Aguamafo also in for USC. Coming in for the Bruins, it's Iwala, 22, as well as Jaquez. Jaquez had some big minutes last night in the win against Utah.
He's just the perfect 6th player. Comes in, flies around, hits O boards, makes great decisions, facilitates, moving screen.
25 minutes for Jaquez. And the offensive foul call. Akinwafo is whistled for it. That'll be her first. Junior from Inglewood, California. There's Lindsay Gottlieb in her 3rd season. Got her team to the first round last year. They have big goals and expectations of going further this year. But a very different team with transfer players and then the addition of Juju Watkins.
Great job inside by Akinwafo.
Trying to hang with Betts and doing just that. Betts spins around and Akinwafo maybe got a piece of it. Watkins crosses over, lays it up. Oh my goodness.
Alrighty then. Welcome back, Juju Watkins.
Got that tape broken in, I think.
That's called a crossover.
Well, it was a good one. That is one of her specialties. 6'2" freshman from Los Angeles. Chose to stick around and play at home. What a big get for Lindsey Gottlieb in this program. Shot clock to 5. Osborne bets in the high post. Around and out. And the rebound batted around. And finally able to track it down was Davis. Osborne 16 points last night and 3 rebounds in their win against Utah. She really kind of kick-started things for the Bruins. Watkins muscles it up against Iwala. She'll go to the line. We'll take the timeout. 3:51 remaining, and it's a 4-point USC lead.
Juju Watkins, Kiki Rice, between the legs, left to right, explosive step, a little hesitation. That's your
4-point lead for USC over UCLA in this second semifinal of the day. And we want to bring in the third member of our team, Alyssa Charleston. And Alyssa, Kiki Rice for UCLA. She signed the kind of NIL deal I would have loved to have signed.
All of us, Krista, no doubt about it. There's more interest and engagement in women's basketball than we've ever seen. The numbers don't lie. And we've heard so many women's professional athletes say, when you invest, when you pour resources into something, watch it grow. Well, a great example is the Jordan brand making Kiki Rice their first name, image, and likeness athlete in any sport. In February, she released her first player-exclusive shoe. It's the Air Jordan 38 Low Cherry Blossom. She surprised all of her teammates with a fresh pair last month. The cherry blossom design on the sole of the shoe and the tongue is a tribute to where she's from, the DMV. As a kid growing up near the Washington, D.C. area, she loved the cherry blossoms that would bloom in the spring. She grew up watching highlights of Michael Jordan, obviously not old enough to watch him live. Aligns with his game and his brand. And Krista, Mary, we're experiencing just a special era in women's sports in general when we see Rice and several of her teammates wearing the brand and the shoe that Kiki herself created.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, Alyssa. And you know, Mary, I mean, it is just incredible to see the growth of this game, the growth within the Pac-12 conference as a whole. Just incredible talent. I mean, they are showing it with the rankings this year, and hopefully they'll get some love for the postseason.
Looks like Lauren Betts has hers on.
Love it. Cam Brown maybe sporting a pair. Kiki, of course, but that's pretty cool. I can't even imagine having your own shoe. Specialized in your honor. Long rebound. There's Osborne. Bruins need some offense. They've been on a scoring drought almost 3 minutes. See who they can maybe get open.
Osborne did such a great job last night against Utah with the mid-range jumper.
Oh, she sure did.
Clearly, USC has scouted.
Just shut her down. Pounding defense, yeah. And a shot clock violation. The Bruins were stifled, no idea. That's great D, and that's a tough one for Corey Close. She's in her 13th season with the Bruins. Got her team to the Sweet 16 last year. Bruins got to find some offense, and they're going to get some full court pressure.
London Jones did such a great job last night on Vieta from Utah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, the shots weren't falling for London Jones, but one of her best defensive games, maybe of her career.
So quick. And they were just going at it. Watkins, that crossover. In and out.
It's a special matchup. Charisma Osborne, a tremendous defender against Juju Watkins, one of the best one-on-one players, one-on-two or one-on-three players in the country.
Yeah, and Osborne plays so much bigger than they list her at 5'9". Around and out for Dugalich. She's got incredible lift. And a vertical as she got caught.
I mean, that's just unstoppable, and we've watched it all season long. Life in the tunnel with Juju Watkins.
An 8-0 run for USC. Not the way the Bruins needed the start after the timeout to go. You get caught behind that screen, and Juju will make you pay. Jones, high arcer off the back of the iron. Jaquez tries to keep it alive, and good job by Davis to round it up.
Good hands defensively. So tough.
Almost got the stop, but instead, pick and roll works out. 4 points for Davis.
Davis a year ago, playing in the Ivy, shot 51%. This year at USC, against the best posts in the country, shooting 61% from the floor.
Yeah, just remarkable that your numbers would go up going against the kind of competition that she has. Judy Leach, active hands, but contact away from the ball on a whistle.
Juju Watkins, this is where she's at her best. If you go behind the screen, it's over. Just put the points on the board. And then Forbes. Davis comes back for it, and the finish.
Foul call against Betts, that's her first. Everybody getting into the action, though. Almost everyone has scored for USC that's been out there.
6 different players have scored.
Marshall, aggressive drive. Betts gets a piece of it. Betts and Marshall. What a matchup that is. Leach takes it in. The backboard. Another chance. Muscles it up. Can't get it. Second and third chances just not falling, and USC outrunning Marshall, and Betts trying to catch up to her, and she got there. The extra pass, though. Forbes makes them pay.
Spring training in Arizona, and that was just a fastball from Davis to Forbes.
17-2 run for USC, and a timeout in this first quarter, just under a minute remaining. And USC has kicked up the accelerators another notch.
The kick out from Marshall. Forbes just whips it across the court. Excuse me. Davis just whips it over to Forbes. What a journey she's had. Starts her career playing for Lindsey Gottlieb at Cal. Has to sit out 2 years. It feels like ancient history because as a transfer, she had to sit out for a year, which of course now you basically play the next day. And then had the COVID year where the Ivies did not play. So 2 years completely not playing basketball except in practice. And boy, she comes to LA and just what an addition she has been.
There's no doubt when we talked to Lindsey Gottlieb, she said the transfers have made an incredible impact. She couldn't have even visualized what the team was going to be about with so many new players and faces. How quickly would they adjust and grasp her system? And she said it's been a lot faster than she thought it was going to be.
Well, 3 Ivy Leaguers who've graduated, come for graduate school to USC, and there's no ego involved. They know where they're going with their lives. They're not trying to figure themselves out. And you put that together with Rhea Marshall, you put that together with Taylor Bigby, and you put that together with one of the most exciting talents to come out in a long time, Juju Watkins, and that's why you're the number 2 seed in this tournament.
Yep, it's a team that is so close-knit, and they've had a bond and just a great chemistry from very early on, way before preseason, and active hands again for USC. Their defense causing so many problems for UCLA.
Piece of it by Osborne, but another O-board by Rhea Marshall.
That one short for Padilla.
Mismatch inside. They're trying to get the switch.
Zontak is checked in, 21 in blue. Shot clock winding down. Watkins grazing the iron, tracks it down. Another chance before the quarter ends. She has a much longer Zontak on her. She wants it though, between the legs, around and down. 9 points for Watkins to start this first quarter.
Juju Watkins makes a very difficult game look easy. Rockabye, baby. Keep rocking it. Good night.
Gorgeous shot of the Las Vegas Strip. We're inside the MGM Grand, and what a first quarter for USC, Mayor.
And it started with Juju Watkins rolling the ankle, going to the locker room. USC held down the fort while she was gone, and boy, she comes back just on fire. She has outscored UCLA so far, 12 of the 24 points for USC have come off turnovers and second chance points. They are making this game, this pace happen their way.
Yep, you are right. Want to bring in Alyssa Charleston. She was in the huddle. What'd you find out, Alyssa?
Well, first of all, Juju Watkins trying to stay loose. She had to stand up in the middle of that huddle and just go back and forth, bouncing back and forth on her toes to keep that ankle warm. She does not want it to get cold. And then Lindsey Gottlieb saying, prepare for a press or a zone from UCLA. In terms of defense, Lauren Betts gets the bucket to go. And also get the ball inside and outside on offense. Got to keep it moving and keep UCLA on their toes.
Oh, more than anything, they need to shut down USC. I mean, getting scores for 24 points in the first quarter does not bode well.
Yeah, a 22 run to finish the quarter for USC just completely changed the game. They finally stopped that with Betts, and how about the D swatting that one out?
Yeah, that's rejection. Lauren Betts inside, 6'7". Goes up, gets the O board. Nice little touch inside. The hard drive and the block, the rejection.
KD, a grad student out of Norwalk, Connecticut. Transfer from Columbia. That shot off the mark, and then she gets the rebound. Yeah, and remember, I mean, within the first minute of the start of the first quarter, Watkins, even thinking about it, she's out by the logo, and that one just a little bit short. Testing the D. Tweaked the ankle, got it taped back up. So got to keep it warm and just wants to stay out there and play. Shot short right now for the Bruins.
Davis just gobbling up the rebounds. That's her sixth.
Oh, the and one for Watkins. Weaving around and finally up and in.
How do you stop this? You can't.
11 points, and Cameron Brown wasn't able to do so. She picks up her first personal.
One more time. Behind the back, the acceleration, just a little bit of a dip. Hoisted up, and one of the things that Juju Watkins does such an exceptional job of is drawing contact as she scores.
Yep, uses her body so well. She's got the little things down too, behind the back, between the legs. It's those little things. You work on it and you work on it, and it makes the difference and gets you just enough of an opening. Osborne. Oh, Padilla. Thought she had all ball. Instead, the foul call. Her first.
With all the great post players in the Pac-12 conference, we've just seen so many hard doubles. When you get it, you've got to be able to find the open player, and Padilla is like, I don't think so.
First team foul puts Osborne to the line. 0 for 3 so far. She's yet to score. And she had such a big game last night. She was really kind of the spark and the spearhead at the early on. Gets her first. But how about her coming back for her 5th season? 4-time All-Pac-12 member and a 3-time defensive team member.
What's interesting, the 2 games tonight, Stanford goes down 16.
Yep.
And this UCLA team goes down 16.
Yep. Teams coming out charging. Who can sustain it for 40 minutes? That is the question. Who can make the adjustments?
A lot of side to side.
A little better spacing. Duglich saying, I got a little bit of a mismatch as she muscles that one up and gets fouled. Second team foul.
Watkins with the reach.
That'll be her first.
So similar to game 1 where Oregon State just came out and just punched and kept punching Stanford. USC has done the same thing.
Sure have.
You know, it's so interesting in game 2 at the sold-out Galen Center, Rhea Marshall did not play in that game. She was homesick, so they beat UCLA without Rhea Marshall.
Yeah. Great point. And imagine not having her presence in there like we're watching tonight against Lauren Betts, against Duglich at times. Love the play of Rhea Marshall, the junior from Los Angeles. Full court pressure from the Bruins. And KD says, one-on-one, I'm going to keep it going.
Confidence, isn't it?
Swatted away. Betts was able to get turned around. Here comes Duglich. Tough pass for Rice. She hung on.
Just outstanding transition defense.
That says, give it to me. And just short. Marshall continues pushing her outside the lane. Oh gosh. I did not see how that started, but Watkins landing hard. I thought she hit her head, but she's up.
That was almost like a soccer foul at midfield, right? Juju Watkins. And just the trip and a hard fall by Juju Watkins. What a rough start just physically.
It certainly has been. Foul against Rice, her first.
It's kind of a clip.
It really was. Really didn't break or fall. Osborne trying to stick with her.
6-2.
Wow. Second chance, can't get it, but followed her shot, and a whistle and a foul over the back for USC. That'll be the first on Davis.
USC's fortunate that one against Davis and not Juju Watkins.
Yep. Watkins already with one. She had to sit down in last night's game against Arizona, picked up her third, but was able to play through it. Rice, triple team coming over somehow. Kiki Rice with the bucket. She's got 4.
Boy, she's so good with those straight line drives, but surrounded by Bruins.
And a scrappy play from Rice at the other end on the defensive side. And the Bruins convert. Rice says, start it over. Let's go inside, and they're going to get Akinwafo for the foul against Betts.
Just playing Betts very physical. She was outstanding in that second game when Rhea Marshall didn't play. Physical, they don't need her to score, they just need her to defend, rebound, run the floor with Betts, and just get out there and work hard. And she has done a great job in the early going.
Yep, she sure has. Second foul on Akinwafo, and they bring Iwala in, the Bruins do. Let's bring Alyssa Charleston back in. What you got for us, Alyssa?
Well, if you look at Lindsay Gottlieb's face a few seconds ago, she was a little ticked off. Rhea Marshall came off the floor with a beginning of a black eye. I saw her take a hit down low trying to defend Lauren Betts, and it wasn't intentional, but it just describes the physicality that Rhea Marshall already has a black eye kind of forming, and the physicality of this entire tournament.
Yep, you're right. I'm surprised we haven't seen more black eyes in here. As there's a little dish off inside Iwala's first point.
Beautiful job by Rice, kind of showing ball like I'm gonna shoot it and then kicking it. Beautiful assist.
Yeah, Rice is doing a little bit of everything. She's gotten some steals. She's forced problems for USC, and it's a 7-0 Bruins run as Watkins tosses it up. Akinwafo couldn't hang on. It's going to go the other way. So the Bruins, a much-needed run for them.
Between the legs. Little fake there, and the dish. That's a beautiful play from Kiki Rice.
Yeah, because earlier she went ahead up with the shot after the triple team came over, and this time dishes it off. She's making good decisions. Dugalich, high arcer, too much.
Boy, everything that was going last night is just drawing iron tonight.
It certainly is. 0 for 3 out there. Watkins up ahead, and Dugalich says, yep, my bad.
It's like a take foul, right?
It was.
No, you got me on that one.
She'll take a breather. Zontak will check in. Those two faced off against each other with their national teams when they left in February. But they're both going to be going to the Olympics. It was worth it. Corey Close allowing them to go get that experience, and it's pretty cool. Zontak will be with Germany for the first time ever, hard to believe, in the Olympics. Dugalich with Serbia.
7-0 run for UCLA.
They needed it, no doubt about it. And the box out there, as that one was around and out for Forbes. Good defense, getting back for USC. Osborne rattles that one down, and maybe that's the one that'll get the Bruins going.
The transition by Rice draws so much attention. They don't pay attention to Osborne running left, and she knocks on a big shot.
The first field goal of the game with 5 minutes left, and Iwala with a big block, and Corey Close saying, let's go. Again, the transition defense. Getting back, Osborne. Again, almost the same spot, this time a little further back, and Lindsay Gottlieb says, let's slow down and talk about it.
Dug themselves a big hole, and they have crawled out of most of it. UCLA on the charge on a 13-0 run led by Kiki Rice in transition. Find the open player. 3 for Osborne.
Pressure, right hand! Ah! Mental focus! Fight with your head! Talk to each other! Execute down there! Be tougher! The next 35 is all us!
Oh, the focus she wanted from her team. Corey Close talking about purpose, play with a purpose, and what a flip around with that 13-0 run, Mare. They needed it.
I think the thing about both of these teams, they've been there before all season long. They've dug holes, they've gotten themselves out. You don't make it to this point in the season and be this accomplished without knowing how to get yourself out of poor starts or poor runs or a lack of momentum.
Yeah, I would say typically, especially this year with the talented teams out there, it's just a matter of time. The coaches and these players know. Matter of time for the other team to probably go on a run. How do you handle that, right? Corey Close talks with her team about being present. How present can you be? And checking in for USC, it's Kayla Williams, number 4. I thought she was really a big impact. The numbers might not completely show it on the stats, but she was big last night.
Yeah, she takes a lot of pressure off Juju Watkins so she can come, be off the ball and they bring her on back.
See if USC can make some adjustments. They have not had a field goal in almost 4 minutes. Osborne matched up with Watkins. And active hands help D coming over, and the takeaway. Bruins gonna push. USC getting back. Rice, the and one.
Left hand. Again, we have talked all season long and last year about the straight line drives from Kiki Rice. Great defense, the focus on Watkins, and then we're coming the other way. Watkins, the strength, moves it to the left hand and just takes it right into the guts of the transition defense from USC. He has a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play.
And she gets it. Foul on Forbes, her first. The 5th foul for USC. And the run continues for the Bruins. A 16-0 run. Full court pressure now for UCLA.
USC had 24 points at the end of the first quarter. They have 26.
It's kind of similar. They got the win against Arizona last night. They had a 20-9 first quarter, but then Arizona got back in it. They only had a 5-point lead at halftime. They're able to get the win. The kick across to Williams, too much, but a foul after the fact. A tough one for Jaquez, and Williams is going to go to the stripe.
Just cannot say enough good things about Kayla Williams. Started her career at UC Irvine, started for 2 years, transfers to USC, started every single game last year. Juju Watkins joins the program, these grad transfers join the program, and so she's coming off the bench and only playing 11 minutes a game. But she has stayed ready, stayed in shape, stayed focused, and when they need her most, she has stepped on the court and delivered. And it's just a message to everybody who's coming off the bench. Your time will come, be ready, and then when it does, just take advantage.
You're right, it's not easy to do.
No,
when you've been a starter, to take a different role, coming in, not knowing how many minutes are you going to get, what am I supposed to do? But over 1,000 career points, and she's from Los Angeles as well. How about this group that Lindsey Gottlieb's put together? The transfers, many of them from the Los Angeles area, wanting to come back close to home. Pretty cool, and they faced one another quite often throughout their careers as Rice is making great decisions.
Iwala is having a major impact on this ball game.
4 points in 5 minutes for Iwala as she gets the arm of Watkins.
Iwala, Rice with the dish, runs with her, shows a target, keeps it off the floor. Nice touch.
Foul call on Iwala, though, her second. So Betts will come back in. Hey, coming up, We'll send you to the desk. Our Walt Disney World Resort halftime report. Ashley Adamson, Elise Woodward, and Angela Taylor. Final halftime here. Tara Vanderveer is going to be a special guest at the desk, so that's always fun. She's doing a great job.
Could you imagine her halftime chat? When they ask the players, they all just kind of chuckle like, yeah, I don't think we're going to talk about that.
Yep. Probably not. USC back up by 2. And Iwala is going to have to take a seat. Picked up the second personal. But solid minutes. 5 minutes, 4 points. A rebound. We'll take it.
Bet's back on the floor, 6 points, 7 rebounds, and her 13 minutes. Rhea Marshall getting ready for that matchup.
Lyndon Jones there. Corey Close chatting with our officials. Michael Price, Chuck Gonzalez, Tiffany Bird, the trio on the floor. Also not going to let Iwala out just yet. So Iwala comes back on. They're not going to let Jaquez enter just yet. Got it figured out. Iwala's got to be careful with the 2 personals, though. Jones to Rice.
London Jones has not scored and has taken 1 shot.
She can be such an incredible impact player. Back out to Osborne. High arcer, and she gets fouled after the shot. Behind the arc.
Davis drops in to double on Betts and then tries to take the hard sprint back out to defend the shooter.
And Davis in disbelief, but that's her second. So now Iwala out. Jaquez back in.
I think when you're a graduate student, they let you talk to the officials a little bit longer than when you're a freshman.
Yep, I think you're right. It's like a master's.
The benefit.
The benefit of going for your master's, the experience.
Speaking of a graduate student, the decision by Charisma Osborne to come back for her 5th year. I think she's really elevated her WNBA stock.
Yep, I do too. I think it's been a win-win for everyone.
She defends at a high level. She's a terrific rebounder from the guard position. Solid score.
Yep, 14 a game, and gets the free throws. She's got 9, trying to add to it. She'll get 1 more. All tied up. Bruins have had a 4-point lead. That was their largest. That was back in the first quarter. She rattles that one down, and the lead back to UCLA. Osborne will get a seat, and Brown back in. Cameron Brown, the grad student.
Look at that. Points by quarter. The tale of one city.
It has flipped around completely. Just 6 points for USC this quarter. There's still time. They got to get it going. Brown trying to hang with Watkins. Betts trying to help out. Got a piece of it. Good help D. And USC tracks it down. Marshall back in. Fakes one way, goes the other. That's tough. Oh, doesn't drop. Stays with it though. Behind the arc. Forbes, too much.
Can't ask for better shots.
They had good looks. There is no doubt. Didn't get him to drop.
Yeah, that's a great call.
Yep.
The old get off me foul. Rice, watch the right arm.
Yep.
May have been embellished a bit.
Just a little too much. USC needs a bucket. 1 for 12 this quarter. Talk about droughts. It's like the Sahara.
Oh, dangerous pass out.
But they've not stopped hustling. They have really been aggressive. Can they get it to go? And they do. Watkins finally, second chance effort. She's got 15.
They cleared the whole side out, and that's just too much space. You cannot guard Watkins in that situation.
Jones using the high screen. Just misses. 2 minutes left in the first half. It's been back and forth. Shot no good. Jaquez wants to push. Rice plants the feet. The mark. Betts can't get it.
USC, 1 of their last 12, and you're up 1.
You're feeling pretty good, I think, because you know it's just a matter of flipping it back around. And to think about what UCLA's been able to do, and you've not been able to do it, and you're right in this game, hanging on to a lead, you'll take it.
So 1:37 left until half. Can one of these teams seize control and go into the locker room feeling like we're moving the direction we want to go?
Yeah, the Bruins, big run for them, but they were so behind that it was basically just kind of catching up, and that's where we are. We're in this 1-point game. Williams back in.
Tough shot. You're taking it right at 6'7".
You could see her. She had a little extra oomph because she knew this one's got to get up and over the outreached hands of Betts. Osborne. Betts in the high post.
Need a better angle on that screen.
Shot clock down to 5, elevating, just short. Osborne follows it, tries to keep it alive. Instead, USC will come down with it.
Prisma Osborne is still down on the floor.
Yep.
Boy, we have seen some collisions in this tournament.
Yep. She might have gotten caught in the face. Her effort to stick with it. And then diving over the top. Just catching her head there was Forbes.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight coming down on your head.
Yep. Right into the hardwood.
Yeah, no give.
So the athletic training staff. She's on her back right now. Just an awkward play, and you love the hustle. She was trying to follow her shot and keep it going. Corey Close talking with Tiffany Bird. And Osborne sitting up now.
I mean, Jenna Johnson got stitches in between quarters.
Just a little glue, and you're back out on the floor.
It's been
a physical tournament.
Incredibly physical tournament.
I certainly hope.
That's a long conversation.
Yep. And Charisma's okay. She's got 10 points. She leads all Bruin scorers. And she's gotten herself to the line, and she's just going to take a breather now.
Well, it's just good to see her standing up and being able to walk under her own power.
Hopefully we'll see her back out there in just a little bit.
Just go straight to the locker room.
Yep. 51 ticks on the clock. 26 on the shot clock. And it'll be USC ball. Puck has some length on the 5'9" Padilla. Padilla almost losing it there. Brown steps back. Behind the screen, and Forbes makes her pay.
I wouldn't be surprised if some WNBA coaches are looking at Forbes in the late second, and just she could be a difference maker out there. Great range on the jumper, really understands the game.
She sure does. The grad student out of Folsom, California at 6 feet. Quickness, but length. Transferred from Harvard. High post. 2-second differential. Shot clock, game clock. USC making a surge. They tip it away. Can they add to their totals? Watkins.
Lost track of time.
Lost track of it, and that will do it for the first half. But USC lost their lead that they had, and then they got it back. A 7-0 run to finish off the quarter, up 6.
Forbes waves them through. High screen by Rhea Marshall. Cameron Brown goes behind, and Mackenzie Forbes knows exactly what to do. Rise up and knock down the three and kind of shakes her head like, you got to guard me.
So a run for USC, a 7-0 run to finish things off, and they're hanging on here, up by 6. And Alyssa Charleston standing by with the head coach, Lindsay Gottlieb. Alyssa?
Coach, you knew that UCLA would make a response to your lead initially. How do you evaluate your team's response to that?
Well, I thought we obviously couldn't put the ball in the basket for a while, and when that happens, we got to rebound, continue to get stops. But I like that we responded to their run and go into the half with a lead, and I think we can be even better in the second half.
You said rebounding was going to be key. You have an edge there by 1. What do you like on your team's effort on the glass?
I think we're fighting. I think we're hustling. We want to limit them to one shot, and then I think we win the game. So we're going to talk about that. But it's another 20 minutes of battling, because that's what they do. They go to the boards hard, and we got to keep them off. And then I think we get a lot of opportunities in transition.
Okay, thank you for the time.
All right, thank you, Alyssa. Yeah, her team battling to get back. They were struggling to find offense, and then at the right time, put it together. We got a good one here. The last semifinal, the winner moves on to the championship Sunday. Well, coming up next, we'll send you to the Walt Disney World Resort halftime report. Lots to go over from this Pac-12 women's basketball tournament.
World halftime report, and this was the tale of 2 quarters. Juju Watkins has 15 points to lead all scorers. USC was up 16 early. UCLA came storming back in the second quarter. No lead is safe here in Las Vegas. You are watching the semifinals of the Pac-12 tournament as you take a look at our Walt Disney World first half stats. Trojans led for most of the first half and up 6 as they look to get back to the championship game for the first time in a decade, where they will meet the Stanford Cardinal. Tara Vanderveer and the Cardinal getting mic'd up to join us here on set to talk about their big comeback win over Oregon State in the first game tonight. We'll hear from the Hall of Famer on the other side. Stick around. Tara. A game we had in the first semifinal matchup here in Las Vegas at the Pac-12 women's basketball tournament. The Hall of Famer Tara Vanderveer and Stanford taking on Oregon State. The Cardinal trailed by 16 in the early going, but Brooke Dimitri had it going, as did Hannah Jump. What a game for her. 20 points, tied her season high, and the Stanford Cardinal are back in the Pac-12 championship game for the 7th time in 8 years. The Hall of Famer on set with us now. Tara, congratulations on that hard-fought win. We had your players on set afterwards, and you could feel the joy. There was a lot of joy there. What did you make of the way that your team fought back?
Well, first of all, I want to give a shout-out to Oregon State. They have a great team. Scott does a great job. I'm really proud of our team to battle back, because they're a very tough team to come back against. Hannah led the way with her outside shooting. Cam was a warrior in there. Kiki, Tawana played great defense, and then Elena got it going. We had 3 freshmen come in and do so well. I love Chloe Steele at the end. Nunu getting the shot that we needed. Courtney. So I think everyone really contributed. And how about Brooke? Wow.
Some big shots for her, there's no question.
When your team got down by 16 points, what was it that tipped the scales to crawl back in this one?
I think it showed a lot of resilience, some grit. It was our leadership. Hannah, Brooke, Cam, Kiki, every single one of the players just came over. They kept encouraging each other and talking to each other, and I'm really proud of what I saw. We showed some great grit.
But when Stanford's offense is at its best, it's flowing. There's ball movement, there's player movement. You guys had 25 assists on 29 field goals made. What was the catalyst for that in the second half in particular?
That was warrior-ish. I love that, moving the ball. You know, that's what we emphasize. I put like big caps, reverse the ball, move the ball, be patient. Because a lot of times this season we've had people just come down and quick fire and just keep getting good shots. And, you know, again, our leadership has been outstanding. Tempe Brown did a great job scouting. Every single player came in and contributed.
Tara, tell me what what you've seen so far? I know you're here to scout this game. Juju Watkins having a good first half, but UCLA coming back after being down 16.
You know, this is just great competition, and you know, it's heart attack city for coaches. You know, to be up and it's like riding a roller coaster. But you know, they're playing a great game, and fans are getting their money's worth. And you all do a fabulous job on TV too.
You know, I love the battle in the post in your game. That's four of the best post players in the nation, and it was so physical. What did you think of the talent level and just how that worked out in the end?
Well, you know, Reagan Beers is a really terrific player, and so is Tamina Gardner. So we had to really work really hard. Obviously, we didn't start out well, but Cam stepped up, Kiki stepped up, Brooke. I was really proud of how we battled when we needed to battle, and everyone did what we asked them to do.
Well, Tara, we know that the Pac-12 is the best women's basketball conference in the country. We know there's 6 teams that are going to be in the NCAA tournament getting bids. There's 4 that are on the bubble: Arizona, Cal, Washington State, and Washington. What do you think about those bubble teams, and what does the committee need to know about those teams?
I think all 4 should be in. They're great teams. I mean, and they have all improved so much. When you're watching this, Cal has improved so much. Washington. I mean, everyone has big wins. So I'd vote for them all.
Tara Vanderveer, it is awesome to have you on. We will see you on Sunday in the championship game. Go enjoy the rest of the second half.
I'm very excited.
Good luck with the scouting report. We know it will never be easy. Tara Vanderveer, the best to do it in the game of college basketball. 37-31, USC trying to get back to the championship game for the first time in a decade. UCLA, though, turning it on in the second quarter. We'll be back.
Kiki Rice really spearheaded a 13-0 run for the Bruins to get him back in it, Mare.
It's where she's at her best. It's just in the middle of the floor, in transition. 3 Trojans just trying to track her down. The kick out to Charisma Osborne. 3 points. One more time. They're just chasing her. All kinds of yellow jerseys there, gold jerseys. Beautiful pass. 2 points in transition, giving it up with another assist. The steal. The push once again by Kiki Rice in the middle of the floor in transition. The floater, it goes.
7 points, 4 assists, and a steal. But Juju Watkins, she went out momentarily with a tweaked ankle, but you'd never know it.
Charisma Osborne makes the mistake, goes behind. Juju Watkins makes you pay. Big mismatch here. Yep, hold that post. And here, up, the crossover. Goodbye. And another crossover left to right.
I love it. Behind the back, gets the and one. She's got 15 points in 15 and a half minutes. You take a look at our scoring leaders, brought to you by MGM Rewards. It's Watkins leading all scorers. She's got 15. Osborne with 10. She went out of the game, Mary. Great sign. She's on the floor right now. And moments ago, Alyssa Charleston caught up with the head coach of the Bruins, Corey Close.
Coach, a lot to like in that first half. What do you want to see more of in the second, though?
Rebounding and aggression. They won every 50-50. When we made our 5 good minutes of basketball, which isn't enough, we were rebounding and getting stops and getting down and running in transition. I thought Kiki and Charisma got more aggressive downhill. We're going to really need that balance of them attacking off the bounce and still inflicting some inside touches.
Charisma took a pretty hard hit into the ground. What do we know about her?
I don't know anything yet, so we'll see where she stands that way. And, you know, it's really physical both ways. You know, we've got to be the aggressors, otherwise it's going to be tough.
Thanks. Good luck.
All right, well, it has definitely been physical, but I love the fact that she's made her way back to the floor. That's a good thing for the Bruins.
They have moved Osborne off of Juju Watkins. Now London Jones guarding her. So a huge size advantage here for Juju Watkins.
No doubt about it, as she takes it up, gets fouled, and Jones at 5'4" is what she's listed, and you've got Juju at 6'2". She's gonna need some help in there.
In the 2.5 games against UCLA this season, Juju Watkins is shooting 30% from the floor, 20 of 60, and 3 of 16 from 3, just 19%. That's the kind of focus in defense that, for the most part, it's been Charisma Osborne guarding her in those 2.5 games. And Osborne is an outstanding perimeter defender with all that strength and length.
Oh, you're right. She's so strong, physical. She can match up with players much bigger than her, as the first free throw's good. Foul on Jones, her first, and Watkins gets them both. She's got 17.
On the other end, UCLA is a very good team. They're a great team when London Jones is scoring. In the win against USC, she had 21. In the loss, she has 8. She has not scored yet. She needs to be involved.
Yep, certainly so. Kicks it in there, kicks it out. Rice using the bet screen, sticks it. 9 points for Rice.
4 assists, a rebound.
She's had a very good game so far. Just gotta find some others that go with her. Watkins trying to post up. And there's Marshall, almost an and one. She'll go to the stripe though, but how about that read by Watkins?
Well, it's just smart basketball. Kiki Rice. Not a lot of respect for a 3-point shot. They're going behind it.
Foul on Osborne. They're going to say it's her first.
The 2, not a 3 by Rice.
Yep.
But what a smart move, of course, by Juju Watkins. She's got London Jones on her. Let's get down in the paint.
Yep.
I've got the height advantage at 6'2", over 5'6". All the attention, get it to Rhea Marshall.
Yep, expecting that double team, and then she knew somebody was open. And a great job by Marshall to cut into that spot for her. She can't get that free throw, the long rebound, and it ended up in the hands of Davis.
Well, you talk about 50-50 balls. Davis has owned them.
She has. Forbes can't connect, though. Break for the Bruins. Rice loves using the Lauren Betts screens up high. Betts in the high post. Dugalich feeling out the D, high off the backboard, just misses. Marshall is out running. Marshall, gotta get out the lane, yeah.
Just get it under control. The possession's everything.
Step back Forbes off the back of the iron. And they're going to call a foul on UCLA. They were trying to box out, but USC has been all over the offensive glass.
Caitlin Davis at 6'2", never stops moving.
She doesn't.
I mean, she is just making play after play. 8 rebounds, 4 points, but her impact feels so much bigger than that.
That's the foul, her second. Watkins the hesitation. Osborne out on her now. Davis with the reset, faces up, recognizing the shot clock, winding down, around and out. Oh, how about that move? And how about the defensive help coming over? Jones thought she had the layup. Instead, Marshall with the block. And Marshall asking for it one-on-one with Betts. Gets by her, tries the reverse, and just misses. Love the play of Rhea Marshall. They have been so happy with her aggressive play as of late. As Osborne gets clocked behind the three-point arc, and Watkins not happy about it.
The third three-point shooter to be fouled in this game.
Second on Watkins. Our team's been lighting up. 2 made threes for the Bruins, 3 for UCLA, or for USC, excuse me.
Osborne to the line.
So 3 free throws for Osborne. She's been there 5 times. She's got 10 points.
The big decision in the offseason to return for a 5th year, and I think it caught a lot of us by surprise when she decided to come back, but she has made the best of it. When you go down to their practice facility and sit and watch Charisma and watch the team, it is just such better chemistry than it was a year ago, and they have really just elevated their play. The addition of Betts.
Yeah, I felt like last season she was feeling some pressure to do too much maybe at times. This year I feel like she's really got a calmness about her.
And they've had to overcome the losses of Izzy Anstey, who got medically retired. Of course, Emily Bessoir played 1 game, tore the ACL, and that was a huge loss for this team.
Both huge losses. Anstey at 6'4", a senior and out of Australia, but Emily Bessoir in particular, a scorer and a starter from a season ago. Foul. It's going to go on Rice. That's her third. And there you see Bessoir to the left, Anstey to the right. They were glad to get them back, and they're just great leaders to have on your sideline.
Bessoir, the loss to play in college, but the loss not to be able to play with the German national team and go to the Olympics. So just double heartbreak.
It's devastating. And travel.
Boy, it sure felt like she kept the pivot foot down, but
I thought maybe a double dribble. Either way, though, the turnover, they'll call it on him. Lindsay Gottlieb. Bit of a scoring drought, and then the turnover there.
Well, both teams mired in poor shooting in the mid-30s.
Very low scoring third quarter.
Feels like tournament basketball, doesn't it?
It sure does. A whistle away from the ball inside. Hawkes is out there with Iwala.
Rhea Marshall gets the foul.
Second team foul. The Bruins with 4 team fouls. There's a lot of time left on this clock. USC could take advantage of the bonus. Oh, almost a banker from outside. Out of play off of Osborne, they'll say. It'll go the other way.
Good look for London Jones. She needs to take shots. She needs to find her rhythm.
She is not connected on a field goal yet. High screen set for Forbes, and the air ball will send it the other direction. Bracketology, Charlie Cream just updated this evening at 8:30. And
some elevation for Pac-12 teams. Arizona moved in last 4 in. Washington State first 4 out. Cal in the picture. Depends what happens across the country in different tournaments.
We shall see. Betts. USC won the jump ball instead. She's got 8 points.
No whistle, play on.
And the Bruins needed that. They were just 1 for 4 prior to that. USC is 0 for 5 from the floor right now. Can they get a bucket? Not there. And they are working hard, and they come down with it. And Osborne not happy.
Juju Watkins tries to pick it up. And a little bit of a forearm there by.
Second personal on Osborne.
Juju Watkins is going to need an ice bath when this game is over.
She hits hard. She does everything full go, and that includes hitting the court. It's the first free throw. She's got 18.
She has had to work hard for those 18 points.
It's the free throws. Averaging 27 points a game. You said it earlier, second in the nation in scoring. Osborne puts the head down, kicks it outside. Hawkes, a rattler out. A long rebound. There's Iwala.
She's been a difference maker.
It has been huge. Osborne, another one. Betts gets this one. She is swarmed by gold jerseys. Osborne, can she get him this time? Just short. And another offensive attempt on the boards for the Bruins. And the foul's going to go against USC. So USC's got to find bodies and box out. That's the third on Watkins.
Again, you just start wondering about the fatigue when you're playing back-to-back.
Yep. I mean, these matchups have been so intense. You know, even though these teams had the first round bye, last night's games, wow, they were battles.
All right, so write it down. 42-38 USC +4 when Juju Watkins sits with 3 personal fouls at the 5:42 mark.
Jones, I thought she could have had a layup there, but instead sends it back out to Osborne, who tries to turn it around. And Corey Close wanted the foul. They don't get it. They go the other way. USC, active hands. They're scrappy. They're physical. Back into the game. Kayla Williams for USC with Watkins in the 3 personals.
Forbes says, give me a screen.
Tried to get Osborne out of there, and instead the shot rattles out. Some contact at the other end, away from the ball. Jaquez swatted by Marshall, batted around. Another O board for the Bruins. Both teams 11 O boards apiece. And now a takeaway by Williams. The Bruins are going to stay down. USC has numbers. Marshall is hanging out. Iwala right there with her.
Has making a shot ever been this hard?
Major drop for both teams. Wow, 0 for 8 for USC, and they've had multiple looks, but
just
the Bruins as well. Iwala did a great job getting back, though, and not giving the open look. Kick out to Jaquez. Finally! Straight through. Her first 3 of the game and her first points. Much needed bucket.
You know, it's a mindset. When this happens to a team and both teams, it just turns into a grind, right? You have got to focus so hard as the floater from Padilla. Set good screens, come off it hard, and just be aggressive.
I don't know if I could love her game any more than I do. I just think she's
I love
special.
everything about her.
I really do. Makes it look so nonchalant and easy.
Lauren Betts not challenging Rhea Marshall when it comes inside.
She's got a sagging Davis down on her as well. They get it to her there, and finally.
Marshall.
Yep. Marshall and Davis, they've really been sagging in on Betts, and she's not challenged.
Yeah, just opposed to plays with reckless abandon.
3 minutes left in the third quarter. 3-point lead for the Trojans. Trying to bank it up, can't get it, was Forbes. She's trying to draw contact. They're not whistling it. Timeout with 2:57 left in the third.
Jaquez says, let me give it a try. All right, there's 3 for us. And then Padilla. I don't care if you're bigger than me.
Let's go, defense, 1, 2, 3, defense.
Kenzie, I also like you and Katie in a pin, but
Go to the rack!
what are we doing? Okay, we're okay, shake it, we're okay.
It's all right, it's all right. Hey, you're good.
I love it, Mary. I can't get enough of it. I tell you, you were a coach. I can only imagine the things that go through your mind when your team's on a drought, maybe only hitting 1 for 10 or 3 for 13. Or
I think Lindsay Gottlieb speaks for every coach in America in every sport when you look at your team and say, what are we doing?
There are those times, right? But usually, you're okay. And that's what Corey Close had to say. 2 of the best coaches in the nation, Lindsay Gottlieb in her 3rd season and Corey Close in her 13th with UCLA. Let's bring in Alyssa Charleston. She was in the UCLA huddle. Alyssa?
A big emphasis on defensive rebounding. We know UCLA in just about every huddle usually emphasizes what percentage of offensive rebounds they're getting to, but right now it's all about those defensive rebounds and securing it. USC is slapping a lot of them out of their hands, so Corey Close said secure it, pivot out, and get it out quickly.
All right, thanks, Alyssa. Well, Juju Watkins comes back in with the 3 personals, and immediately an impact gets the shot to go. 21 points for her. Foul on Akinwafo, her 3rd.
Switch out. Taking advantage of it, Juju Watkins, so efficient.
Yep, she had Zonta on her. She stays in for the Bruins. Sophomore from Germany. Rice at the back of the rim, out of bounds. It goes the other way.
Prisma Osborne getting a rest. Rhea Marshall getting a rest.
Yep, they're going to need it. A little over 2 minutes left in this one, and a final quarter to decide who's going on to the championship game to face top-seeded Stanford.
Osborne back. London Jones grabbing some rest. Mackenzie Forbes getting some rest for USC. Getting ready for the push.
These teams have played so hard, and it was a grind there for a while. Offense was hard to come by as Hawkes almost saves it and does. Steal off the inbound. Can the Bruins capitalize? Osborne will set it back up.
Just nothing easy.
Osborne trying to post up Williams inside.
The smile by Kayla Williams. Yeah, I got that foul.
That was her first, 5'7" senior.
Just smart move by Charisma Osborne. Just get down low, do the bump with Kayla Williams. Say, you can't guard me down here.
Yep. Bigger, a little stronger frame, and so Williams will come out and Forbes back in. I really like Kayla Williams, though. Just the only senior on this team. 4 grad students, though, for USC. 14 for Osborne, and she'll get another one here.
But life as a grad student is really different because people in grad school are super serious. Like they're going to school and they're looking for jobs, and the competition in that classroom is for real.
Yep. Very different. They bring a very different mindset to a team and a maturity. Yeah, it's been a big plus for USC to have it. 3-point game. 15 points for Osborne. She's 9 for 10 from the line. Help D on Watkins, and that's got her.
Juju Watkins, the feel for the game. Get the contact, draw the contact, get yourself to the free throw line. Averages 8 made free throws a game. It's a huge number. You start every game with 8 points if you're Juju Watkins.
She gets the third personal called on Lauren Betts. First free throw good.
And you think about the 51 points that she put on Stanford on the road at Maples, the 42 points at the Galen Center that she put on Colorado, which is such an outstanding defensive team.
Just remarkable numbers for her. She's got 12 30-plus games this year. With the 51, a USC record. She's got 23 in this one. Hawkes winds around, too much on it. The rebound.
Again, it does not show up on the stat line, but she is making a difference in this game. The U-turn caused by Charisma Osborne does not allow Watkins to get to the bucket, get to the rim, get into a jump shot.
Passes it over. Hawkes trying to help her. She'll say, okay, I'll give you the shot, Forbes. And going for the rebound, and Juju Watkins ties it up. Jump ball to go the other way. Just under a minute left in the third quarter. 5-point lead for the Trojans.
It's like a heavyweight battle where you're waiting for the bell to ring to end the round.
Yep. It probably feels like that for several of the players out there too. Osborne trying to draw contact, doesn't get it. Oh, that's a tough one to take for UCLA. The 4th personal on Betts.
Walks immediately to the bench.
Corey Close is hot.
Betts inside. It's just a tremendous box out. It is a tremendous job technique-wise. Just hold it, hold it, hold it. Wait for Betts to try to get by you. That's just textbook. Beautiful job.
And limping off is KD, Caitlin Davis. Didn't catch what happened, but Marshall comes back in. She's kind of holding the right knee, brings the brace down. Davis, the grad student. Williams back in for Watkins. Let's bring Alyssa Charleston back in. Alyssa, you got something on KD's knee.
Yeah, well, a ton of contact down low, obviously, but she was kind of ricocheting away from a player and tweaked that knee. I believe it was the right knee that she already has a black sling on right now. And key, obviously, because she's been battling a little bit with Lauren Betts when she comes down to double.
All right, thanks, Alyssa. First free throw, no good for Akinwafo, and misses that one.
No payoff for all the hard work,
Yep,
but
absolutely.
you get another foul on Betts. Mission accomplished.
Bruins, they have struggled, won for their last 10 field goals, and yet within 5 of this game.
We haven't seen this big lineup a whole lot this season for USC.
Yeah. Marquez comes around, gets the shot off, and we'll get free throws. Juju's going to come back in.
No surprise to anybody that USC hasn't scored in the last 2:38, and no field goals for USC in 2:38. No field goals for UCLA in almost 4 minutes. London Jones comes back in. Can she light the fire? Can she find some open space on the floor to take a three?
Yeah.
Can Padilla find some space? Can she start cooking?
Last foul on Padilla, just her second. Which is 5 total combined field goals made in this quarter.
But the bottom line, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
You just need one more point. Doesn't matter if it's 60 to 59 or 101 to 100.
However you get it, free throws, whatever it might be. 3-point game with 9 seconds on the clock. Full court pressure from the Bruins. Watkins with Osborne. She wants that half-court shot. Osborne hounding. She's not going to do it. A good stop defensively by Charisma Osborne.
Give Osborne the win on that one.
In Las Vegas for the Pac-12 Women's Tournament. Here we are to crown a champion.
It's tournament time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go, Bears! What a win for Colorado.
That's pretty basketball. That's a big, big bucket. Oh, count it.
Perova, 3. Yes!
The emotion of Cameron Brink. This is a generational talent. Sit back and enjoy greatness. This is Pac-12 women's basketball.
A trophy awaits. Take a look at the matchup between Osborne and Watkins. It has been a battle, Mary. It's been a fun one to see.
It really has been. Just two great players going at it head to head.
Osborne knocked down. Was able to come back in. Watkins tweaked the ankle, able to come back in.
The last lead for UCLA was 31-30, and for most of this game, USC has controlled it just enough.
UCLA winning the second and third quarters, but that first quarter they dug such a big hole. It allows the Trojans to hang on to this lead. We'll see how this one goes. The team's big droughts offensively in the third quarter. High hedge, double hedge from...
They missed Ray Marshall.
Dugalich makes her way back. Iwala gets the start this quarter.
That's with 4 personal fouls.
Yeah.
Again, the transition defense from USC has been impeccable.
Yep. Here's Hawkes with the start as well. Trying to get Jones an open look. Padilla caught up to her.
Yeah, London Jones is like, Padilla, could you just please go away?
Kick Forbes. She kicks it away, so 20 on the shot clock for UCLA.
Out of Folsom, California, Mackenzie Forbes. And she plays with an edge.
She sure does. First team all Pac-12. Able to come back and play for her original coach. You mentioned it. And Lindsay Gottlieb was at Cal. That's where she started.
But I mean, who transfers from Cal to Harvard?
Well, you know.
Harvard degree.
Yeah, it's not so bad. There's Jones. Her first points of the game, and they couldn't come at a better time. There's the Bruins within one. Osborne, Allen, Watkins got over that high screen. Osborne's just getting over every screen coming at her. Osborne not happy about the whistle. It's going to go against her. That's her third.
Jones, little handoff, the trail by Padilla. You can hear the help. Like, come on, there is nobody that can help you on that. Graham Marshall's inside doing her job.
Osborne will stay on Watkins. Watkins, bit of a bump. Shot short and the rebound to Osborne. Should bring it up. Watkins losing her footing. Bruins have numbers if they can recognize. Osborne says, I'll just go ahead and handle it myself. She's got 17. And UCLA takes the lead.
A 4-0 run feels like a 12-0 run right now.
It's been a long time since they were up. That's a drive, but off the mark for Forbes. That was Rice, doesn't get it. Watkins, and the switch off. Padilla, she can hit it. Oh,
Again.
behind the arc. 3 free throws.
What's the cardinal rule that every basketball player is taught? The pull-up jumper from Charisma Osborne.
Bench loving the bucket by Osborne, but the foul on Jones, her third.
What's the cardinal rule?
Well, my coach always said, don't foul the shooter, but that was...
And how about don't foul the three-point shooter?
And
It has
definitely
happened four
don't
times in
foul the
this
three-point
game.
shooter. I don't think anything drove him more nuts than that. Padilla taking advantage.
But part of it is the respect for a player like Padilla.
Yep.
It's desperation. I cannot let Padilla start heating up. I can't let London Jones start heating up.
Padilla with 6 points. Gets all 3 free throws. And the foul trouble starting to accumulate a bit for the Bruins. You've got Rice, Jones, and Osborne with 3 apiece. Betts has 4. Zontok's going to come in. Uwala will take a seat.
It's a different game inside defensively without Lauren Betts. All that length and size.
Yep.
More space for drives.
Very different feel. Osborne trying to lose Williams, who's come back in for USC. Turns around, sticks it. This feels like the Charisma Osborne that started the game last night. Couldn't miss. 19 for her. Oh, and the travel.
No, she's got the height advantage, so just back her down, back her down, back her down. Nice little step back.
8th tie of this ball game. So here's the foul situation. 3 on Watkins and Okunwafu for USC. But you can see a few more, and there's Dugalich. She hit big buckets in the second half last night, and there's a big one there. She's got 7.
And just like that, it's like a switch. Shots start falling.
Watkins trying to spin in. Help D came in. It's going to go against Rice on the reach-in.
Rice puts it on the floor. Popping out Dugalich. No Trojans in sight. Really takes her time, focuses on the follow-through, and the bench for UCLA enjoying the scoring, as we all are.
The 4th personal on Rice. That's the 3rd team foul. USC no team fouls. There's a lot of time left. Trojans could maybe get into the bonus. early. Juju tries to split the two defenders and somehow banks it up good.
Making
Squeeze it up.
something out of nothing.
Jones off the iron. USC trying to kick up the tempo. In the back. Takes it in, banks it up good. Back-to-back buckets for Watkins. And she's got 29.
She's feeling it. She's taking it.
Yep. And her defender is in a little bit of foul trouble.
Juju wants a sub.
Rounding out for Jones. That would have been a big one. See now with the 1-point lead. Back and forth we go. And the timeout called with 6:05 remaining in the ball game. Juju Watkins can't seem to find an answer. The Bruins, she's got 29. Behind the back, up and good.
In Las Vegas, the most popular food is broccoli. Yeah, that's the only food. They have broccoli smoothies and broccoli pancakes and broccoli ice cream and broccoli hot dogs. And of course, they have raw, unseasoned broccoli
Daddy?
with stems.
I don't want to go to Las Vegas with you and Mommy tomorrow.
Oh. Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to go? It'll be so much fun.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
I got the cabin for 3 days. It's gonna be sweet. What? I'm 12 hours short.
Have a fun weekend.
Was that necessary?
No, neither is a blown weekend. With Paycom, employees do their own payroll, so you can fix problems before they become problems. Get Paycom and make the unnecessary unnecessary. See you down the line.
That doesn't require an off-season. The game is always on. The crowd is always on their feet. And it's here where passion has purpose.
Keep climbing to the top, yeah, I'm crushing it, crushing it. I'm on my way now. It's my better self.
Please, can I have these, Mommy?
Finding your healthy has never been easier. Start with Sprouts.
Pac-12 women's basketball is presented by the Acura ZDX. Unlock the energy. And powered by Sprouts Farmers Market, the official grocer of the Pac-12. And by Pacific Premier Bank, the official bank of the Pac-12. Back in Las Vegas, we've got a close one here between USC and UCLA, and Threes for Equality's back for its 4th year at this year's Pac-12 basketball tournaments. Pacific Premier Bank is going to donate $150 for every made three-pointer to the United Negro College Fund and National Urban League throughout both the women's and the men's tournament. We are over $16,000 and counting. Still play to go, and gotta love this for such great causes. So glad Pacific Premier Bank is back on board. 1-point game, USC able to take it back prior to the timeout. And Juju Watkins, Mary, 27 points. She's causing a lot of foul problems for UCLA.
Well, the number that just jumps off the stat sheet, Juju Watkins has been fouled 10 times in this ballgame.
Yeah. Yep. She knows how to use the body and get the calls to go her way. And 2 players for UCLA with 4 personals and 2 with 3. Forbes squares it up, can't get it. Iwala, big rebound. Dugalich saying, let's go. Trying to post up. asking for it, going at Forbes. Oh, swung around, doesn't get it, and hangs on, and now they're going to call the foul on Dugalich.
KD with her 10th rebound of the game.
And that's going to put USC, that was going to put them in the bonus for 4 team fouls for UCLA.
And that's just, man, I'm mad I missed that shot.
Yep. Yeah, Corey close saying, you just got to get back.
But we've all been there.
Oh, yeah. Another quick crossover from Watkins, drives it up good, and wow. Oh, offensive foul. She went right into Iwala and hit her in the face, and she's asking for a review. That'll be her 4th if it stays.
No basket. Offensive foul number 12, Gigi Watkins.
I think came down with the fingertips maybe and got her. Oh, yeah. The left kind of forearm hand maybe.
I guess, but with gravity,
yeah.
Don't your arms have to come down after you make a shot? Are you just supposed to shoot and just keep your arms up in the air?
Yeah, they do. They do.
They do.
Here's our Whole Foods Market official review. Didn't take long.
Timeout on the floor.
We'll take the timeout. We'll let you know what the officials decide upon. With 5:18 remaining, winner moving on to the championship game. This one means something. Don't go anywhere. Back in Las Vegas, 1-point lead for USC. They have waved off the made bucket by Juju Watkins. They called an offensive foul on her, and that gives her her 4th personal. So she's explaining, or trying to explain to Tiffany Bird what you were saying, Mary, but...
All right, let's watch the left arm. Shot goes up, and the left arm comes down. So the foul was called there, but for me, is Juju Watkins supposed to just keep her arms up in the air?
Yeah.
Put your hands in the air, Juju Watkins.
She's going to stay out there with the 4 personals. Not going anywhere, but going to have to be careful. Both sides with some foul troubles, though. You got Rice and Betts with 4. You got Jones and Osborne with 3. 3 for Akinwafo and 4 for Watkins for USC. Osborne will bring it up, guarded by Kayla Williams. And Osborne continuing to try to post up Williams. Use
block by Padilla.
Oh, and they say stepping out as Hawkes was trying to save it. Little miscue by the Bruins, and they give it back. Bruins will apply the pressure, even though they've got 4 team fouls. Next one's going to put USC to the line. Bodies collide. And they get it across. Forbes with Iwala out on her. Waiting for the high screen and the switch. Forbes gets fouled by Dugalich. That'll be her 3rd. And that'll put USC to the line with 4:47 remaining. That's a big plus for the Trojans, and Dugalich will get a breather.
Betts has been sitting a long time.
27 total minutes for her.
Rhea Marshall, just 3 points in this game, 7 rebounds. She's back on the floor. USC, the 2 seed. UCLA, the 3 seed. They split their 2 games this year, each winning at home.
Both finishing 13-5 overall.
The winner moves on to play number 1 Stanford tomorrow in the championship game.
10 points for Forbes. This is the first semifinal.
Excuse me, Sunday.
First semifinal for USC since they were here in 2014, and that was a year in which they won this Pac-12 championship. And the lefty baby hook from Betts, no good. Bruins won this championship in 2006. Made it to the finals last year, but they were knocked off by Washington State. But went on to go to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament. Watkins passing over, gets the shot up and good.
Kind of lost the handle a little bit, but be able to get the grip back while you are elevated in the air.
29 points for Watkins and an 8-0 run for USC. Get the lead back out to 5. Dugalich way off, long rebound. Tries to save it.
50-50 ball.
Yep.
Who's there? KD.
3.5 left. USC gonna get some spacing. Watkins loses her footing. Marshall's there in the high post. And now asking for the screen. It's Forbes. She gets it. It rattles around and out.
UCLA right now by Charlie Cream, a #1 seed. USC, a 2 seed.
Jones.
Nothing. Padilla's like, no.
Betts. Feeling out the D. Banks it up good. 1-on-1, and she gets it to go. 10 points for Betts. One possession game.
These teams are gassed.
They really are. Double-double for Lauren Betts. Her 11th on the season. 12th of her career. Rice falls to the floor. That one rattles out. Long rebound. Another chance. Davis. Had a layup and doesn't hit it. A break for the Bruins. Can they take advantage with 2 minutes left in the ball game? And Betts says, "Give it here."
She sure does.
D sagging for a moment. Osborne. Long rebound. Another chance. Dugalich had the opening and sticks it, and Corey Close wants the timeout.
A year ago, Charisma Osborne does not make that pass. She says, it's my moment. But she sees her teammate open and says, it's your moment, Angela. And wow, what a big shot by the junior from Des Plaines, Illinois.
10 points for Dugalich. Ties this one back up with 1:35. And coming up, look at Alex making those final touches. We're going to send you to Ashley, Elise, and Angela for the Paycor post-game report. The finale. Got to look your best. We love us some Alex.
Well, we have had a season full of overtimes, double overtimes, triple overtimes.
Yep. Elise, multiple layers. Obviously, it's cold in the corner.
It has been cold.
Oh. One more post game here. We are tied up with 1:35 remaining.
Juju Watkins, 29 points, 8 rebounds.
So 2 timeouts remaining.
The freshman, hold that follow through. Open court, crossover, finished at the rim. It hasn't been that easy for very much of this ball game. They're chasing her, can't catch her, elevate. One more time. And when she's not doing that, she's drawing contact and getting to the free throw line. 10 of 11 at the free throw line in this ball game.
She's 1 point away from her 13th 30-point game. USC's had the lead over 31 minutes of this ball game, and for UCLA, just 4. Bodies all over Watkins.
Gets her own rebound.
Betts right there to shut her down, and she'll bring it out.
Third attempt.
Trying to lose Dugalich. Betts comes over, won't give her the layup, and Dugalich fighting for the rebound, and it'll go the other direction.
The Betts effect with 4 personal fouls.
She just had those hands up high.
Tries to put it in there. Dugalich with the rebound, and no foul called.
Watkins has 4 personals. She's lucky she didn't get her 5th on that one.
She got her money's worth.
Yep. First block of the game for Lauren Betts, and it was timely with just under a minute left in the game. Team is moving on to Sunday. Osborne knocked to the floor.
Foul does not hurt USC.
No, just their 2nd team foul. Marshall's 2nd. She's had a solid game. Only 3 points, but 7 boards. She's been battling inside with Betts. Betts asking for it. Marshall holding her ground. Wow. And USC comes up with it. They will push. About a 10-second differential shot clock, game clock. Watkins not stopping. Ball batted around. Jones comes up with it. She's going to run it. They got numbers. Oh, Padilla. They'll say the block. And for UCLA, you don't have to foul here, but Lindsay Godley begging for the timeout. A chance for USC.
Inside. Nothing. London Jones says, I got this. And Padilla says, no, you do not.
5 blocks for USC, 3 for UCLA, and the fouls continue to pile up, but only a couple of players in trouble for USC. Betts and Rice with 4, 3 players. Osborne, Jones, Dugalich with 3.
Kayla Padilla, the grad student, wears number 45 because her high school coach wore number 45 at UCLA and won a Pac-12 championship with UCLA, and that would be Noelle Quinn, the great player, WNBA coach now with the Seattle Storm. Much respect. Ask Noe, is it okay if I wear your number on a USC jersey?
Yep.
And Noe said, you bet.
You bet. 4-year starter at Bishop Montgomery High School. Played with Kayla Williams there.
24 turnovers this year in 864 minutes for Kayla Padilla. 24 turnovers the whole season.
Really special. All right, this is it. Clock winding down. So to the line, KD, Caitlin Davis.
From Norwalk, Connecticut.
First one good. Makes this one very difficult for the Bruins. Getting her master's in entrepreneurship and innovation. And gets them both. 8 points for Davis. And the timeout called. But the Trojans are starting to feel it. What a battle it has been. Take a look at the bracketology predictions, and
Charlie Cream's up late tonight.
It is.
Thank you, Charlie.
Stanford predicted and UCLA a 1 seed, now USC a 2 seed. How does this change it all? Colorado, Arizona, now a last 4 in.
And when you see Arizona's name there, you know that in Tucson, every one of those fans, they average 7,300 every game. Just rising that team up, and the job that Adia Barnes has done to bring that program back this year. Cuello, Martinez, that whole crew.
So short-handed, but the ones she has, they are spectacular.
Looking at that graphic saying, let's get back to work.
Sonntag for the inbound. They go cross to Betts. Osborne, the quick three, can't get it. And that should just about do it. And Davis is trying to dribble it out. And a late foul by Hawkes with 11.8 remaining. But an 8-point lead for USC, and the Trojans fans on their feet, smiles on the faces. And for good reason.
I mean, a great game, a gutty game by Juju Watkins, but my MVP is Caitlin Davis. The heart of a champion.
16 boards for Davis.
Boy, and the message for me is Padilla, Davis, Forbes, all out of the Ivy. We all need to start watching more Ivy League basketball.
Yep, we certainly do. Gets the first free throw. She's got 16. Gets them both. 3 free throws, a big plus for USC in this one, and the Trojans are going to make their way back to the championship. They will face top seed Stanford. Last time there, 2014, and they sure did.
67-58, Juju Watkins scored 51 points. It is going to be on here in Las Vegas on Sunday. It will be on ESPN. Rebecca Lobo will be here. Holly Rowe will be here. Get some rest. That game is going to be awesome.
It is the place to be. Their first championship appearance since 2014, and you said it. They were the winners of that one. Can they do it again? Stanford looking for their 16th championship, Mary Murphy. And I can't tell you how much fun it's been.